So here at London Visited, much like life, you get to the end of one year, you think about what's happened and what's passed, and you start thinking about another new year to come. And I thought we can't let the opportunity go without going back over 2023 and bringing you some of the clips of some of the fantastic videos that we've brought you during the year. Now, I thought we'd start off by going to the palaces, and there were some palaces that we went for the first time. And don't forget, we came to hear the Tower of London many times to bring you many different clips. And I think what most people found absolutely amazing about the Tower of London is it wasn't just a place of torture, which everyone seems to think it is. It was also a royal palace, and this is probably the key part here on the southern battlement, which was built by Edward I as the first royal palace in London all those many years ago at the turn of the 1st century. So not only do we bring you this, we brought you the various battlements, walk along the battlements as well at the Tower of London into the iconic White Tower, which of course has been there almost from the very start of the whole compound. And we've got more great videos to come of other places within the Tower of London we haven't been to yet in 2024. Now, you're going to want to keep watching because not only are we bringing you the different palaces that we visited, we're also going to cover some of the Coronation as well, plus loads of places that we went to outside parks and areas and amazing free views over London, as well as some historical places that we visited for the first time in 23 and brought you, as well as some of the things and events that had been put on in London to do at different times so people could really get involved. And one of them was an absolute favourite by people watching London Visited. In fact, I've never had so much correspondence and comments about it, so we'll be covering that as well. And of course, you want to keep watching till the end because we also introduced you to our newest member of the London Visited filming crew. So we were in and out of the Tower of London during 2023, but one of the other places I promised myself many years ago to visit, which I'd never really been to before, apart from the Christmas just before in 2022, was here, Hampton Court Palace, which is a short train journey from central London and is amazingly beautiful on the banks of the River Thames as it goes out toward the west of London. Now, don't forget, all of these places that we're showing you are in videos that you can pick up anywhere on the channel. All you need to do is to search them out. And of course, for the Hampton Court Palace, we went all over showing you the amazing apartments, not only of King Henry VIII, but also of William and Mary as well, plus some of the amazing things that they still had in their state apartments. And also, don't forget those amazing kitchens as well. And how about this? This was King Henry VIII's banqueting hall, and just look at the size of those tapestries hanging on the wall there. We're so lucky with the history that we have here in London that we're going to continue bringing you so much more during 2024. And don't forget, if you're watching this and you've got some places you want us to cover that we haven't covered already, then do drop us a comment down below and let us know where you want us to visit in 2024. And just look at the detailing on these tapestries, which are quite incredible. So if we look back to 2023, we've brought you over 150 full-length videos. We've also brought you over 60 shorts plus live streams, and we're going to continue doing so in 2024. I also want to say a massive thank you for you for watching our videos and supporting us by doing so. Also, if you're one of the regular people that comments or you've dropped a comment at any time in 2023, we also really appreciate that. Plus, not only that, during 2023, we also added the podcasts to the YouTube channel as well. So you're getting the back catalogue of all of the podcasts that we're doing, and we're bringing those each week on a Saturday as well. And how about this? The amazing gardens here at Hampton Court Palace as well. So this is the second of at least 4 palaces we visited this year. Here comes the third, and I can't believe I'd never been here. This is Kensington Palace in Kensington Gardens, which adjoins Hyde Park. And actually, this is just one of these places where when you come in, the artwork and the things on display here are absolutely incredible, but also you get amazing views over the park from the entrance as well. So, like a lot of these old buildings, they really are large and sprawling, and you probably do need, if you're coming down here, to spend at least half a day, if not the whole day, taking your time and going round and having a look. There you go, more amazing tapestries just hanging there on the wall. Absolutely incredible. But also, in a lot of these places, if accessibility is something you're concerned about, if you contact them, in a lot of these places they have scooters and wheelchairs which you can either hire or you can go round in your own, and people are around to help you, which is just fantastic and what is needed in central London. And also, if you're bringing a pram or a pushchair, you have got so much access as well. And here's a couple of tips if you're ever going sightseeing, let alone just coming to London. Always look up, because it's amazing how much people miss when they don't look up. And as I've just shown you there, the ceilings, which are just so beautifully decorated, but the same can be said as you're going across London. And also turn around and get a view from the other side as well. Okay, we go from Kensington Palace to Eltham Palace. Yeah, we hadn't heard of this one before. It came up in my news feed somewhere and I thought, oh my word, I've got to get down here. And this is the hall of King Henry VIII when he was being brought up, and we'll show you inside when he was a child. This is where he was brought up with his sisters, and this is just a fantastic place to come and explore, as you can see, during the summer months. And as you look around the garden, you can almost imagine this moat being filled with water. Now this is the inside of the Great Hall, and probably one of the original bits of the palace that is left untouched, because a lot of it has been turned Art Deco, which I know went down extremely well with a number of people across the world as well. But this is just fantastic to look at. Okay, so we go from here at Eltham Palace and the other palaces, and then, of course, keeping the royal theme, it was coronation year this year, and in May of the year it was coronation time, and here we have people camping out well before the coronation started. And also we whizzed around London to bring you some of the fantastic decorations that have been put together for the King's coronation. So one thing we do love to do here in the UK, and especially in London, is to put on a show. And the coronation was fantastic. And here is the Mall days before the coronation was due to go. And as you can see, you've got all of the different flags going up and down the Mall as well. Here you've got Buckingham Palace and the Royal Standard flying, which means King Charles III was in residence when we filmed that. That's what that Royal Standard means. And then as you go around, you can just see the vast numbers of crowds just hoping to get a glimpse of someone going through. And there you go, you've got all the stands being put up there. And those white tents, yep, that was the world's press, all camped outside Buckingham Palace in readiness for the coronation. But of course, another beautiful thing about London is not just the royalty and the history, but also you've got all of the gardens, and you've got lots and lots of lovely flowers around as well. And there you go, for me this just epitomised it. No one was allowed on the grass here, and just look at those beautiful tulips outside Buckingham Palace in the early May sunshine. And at the same time, we came and made a quick visit to this palace, which is St James's Palace, which is literally just down the Mall from Buckingham Palace. And whilst we were there, a couple of soldiers decided they'd go for a little march and then go back again. So it wasn't just the Mall and the palaces that decided to do themselves up in readiness for the coronation. This was the Dorchester Hotel on Park Lane, which had many guests from all over the world who were also attending the coronation or attending celebrations related to it. And just look at that crown sitting on top of the Dorchester, and then all of the beautiful balconies covered in this lovely draped velvet. One of my memories from the coronation was Jaden and I going up and standing on the Mall and doing a live stream, and we couldn't believe how close we could get to Buckingham Palace. We thought it would be absolutely packed. Anyway, that was the coronation, but as part of the coronation you had this, which was the coronation coach, and one of the other videos that we did this year as well was to visit the Royal Mews to see all of the different coaches which were used by royalty at different times. This one being the amazing golden coronation coach, which was used to bring King Charles back from Westminster Abbey after the coronation ceremony, and weighs over 4 tons, pulled by 8 horses, which is absolutely incredible. But just look at the detail. Don't forget, if you fancy seeing any of these videos in full, they're all available on the channel, because we're reviewing the videos that we brought to you during 2023, as part of our reminiscing of 2023 before we hit 2024 in style. From the Royal Mews at Buckingham Palace to another great royal hunting ground, we are now going over to Richmond Park. Now, Richmond Park is over in the southwest of London, accessible by train, because yes, the underground train goes out that far, and actually it is a vast expanse, and it is absolutely beautiful. Now, we're going to show you the first part where we went on to King Henry's Mound, which gives you amazing views over to the west of London. And then we're going to hit and show you the part of the main area of the whole park. Now, this is incredible, and you want to keep watching for that, because the wildlife here is absolutely incredible. So here you're getting the views over the west of London, over towards Twickenham, and also you can see the planes going in and out of Heathrow Airport as well. And on a beautifully clear day, it's amazing what you can see just from the top of this small mound at the edge of Richmond Park. Now, also whilst we were in Richmond, we also covered Richmond town itself and found some beautiful tucked away alleyways which you've just got to come and visit, and also some old pubs as well. So if you fancy catching that, don't forget to go and have a look on our YouTube channel, or go and have a look at the videos. Now, this is the absolutely incredible piece. So we walked right through Richmond Park, done a really long walk and almost getting to the end, and then we come to a hill with all of these deer sitting here. And there's loads more to show you as well, or just sitting here casually, biding their own time. And then adjoining that area, you've got this vast expanse, and then as we pan round, not only do you see a few deer, you actually find a whole massive herd of them, all just there, and that's the central path which you take as you walk through, and they're all just minding their own business, and actually as you get close, they're quite tame. One of the things that always surprises people is just how green London is. And here's another prime example. Just look at all of these trees. Now, this is Primrose Hill, which is just to the north of central London, and also right by Camden. Now, that's how close it is. But just look at this for a few free views across London from the top of Primrose Hill. Of course, you've got to make your way up there, and if you remember the video, you remember me puffing and panting as I'm walking up this quite steep hill to get to the top. But the views it gives you are absolutely incredible. Yes, there's cranes, Leslie, sorry, but there's always cranes in London. But just look at the view it gets you. And actually, if you've got a beautiful summer's day like that, once you get to the top, yeah, take a blanket, go sit there and have a picnic and just look at the amazing views across London. So here in view as you go across, of course, you've got the Post Office Tower, which is that long cylindrical looking building. To the right of that, you've got the London Eye as well. And then as you sort of pan out and go round, you've got the City of London, you've got the Shard as well. But once again, this just goes to show you how green it is. But also a little bit later in the video, we're going to bring you another place that we went to that opened up this year and shows just how vast this area of Primrose Hill and the adjoining Hampstead Heath actually are, because yes, they're all sort of joined together. Now, this is the village of Primrose Hill, which Jaden and I hadn't been to before, and actually we stopped here, found a cafe and had a bite to eat for lunch, and it's one of those places which just feels like a village within London, and there's a number of those. So if you're thinking of coming to Camden for Camden Market, yep, do make some time and go and see that. We've got videos on that from previous years, but also make sure you make a bit of time just to pop up the road and come and experience Primrose Hill. And also, there are lots of mega famous people that live up here, especially within the music business. So if you fancy rubbing shoulders, you never know who you might bump into here at Primrose Hill. So from the great hills and also the village of Primrose Hill, we go to Kew Gardens, and we came here for spring and we wanted to come and experience the beautiful colours and smells of spring at Kew Gardens. Now, as a regular watcher of the channel, you'll know we absolutely love Kew Gardens, and also judging by the comments we get from you guys, we know you do too, so we'll continue coming here during 2024 and take in different aspects as well. But just look at these amazing cherry trees, and funny enough, this little alleyway here is called Cherry Tree Walk for some unknown reason. And also, if you watched our Christmas video of 2023, you would have seen all the cherry trees all lit up with neon and playing music, or at least the music was playing and the lights on the cherry trees were all going in time to that music as well. So we came here for spring, not only to experience the cherry blossom, but as you can see also the tulips as well as some of the other blossoms. And as you can see, it doesn't stay on for long, but when it comes off, what a wonderful carpet you get of all of the blossom on the grass. So over the years, we've covered various places for spring to bring you the flowers on everything coming to life in central London. If you've got any nominations for places that you think we should cover that we haven't covered before, or you'd like to see covered anyway, then you know what to do. Hit the comments down below and do let us know, because we are looking forward to bringing you some spring videos from 2024. So we come to Kew Gardens every year to take in the Christmas light trail, and we've also been a couple of other times to bring in some of the fantastic plants and within the different glass houses as well. And this is definitely one of Jaden's favourite places. But one of the things I'd never discovered before was the Japanese garden, and we also took the time to go up the pagoda as well, which overlooks the Japanese garden in the far corner of Kew Gardens. So once again, do check that video out. But this was absolutely beautiful, especially with all of the flowers coming to bloom here at the Japanese garden at Kew Gardens. Really hope you're enjoying the video, and if you are, give us a big thumbs up, and hopefully it's bringing back some great memories of some of the videos from 2023 here on the channel. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet but you've come across this video, then you need to do so. Some amazing places to come in 2024, and don't forget to hit that notification button, because not only do we have full-length videos, we also have shorts, and we've also got podcasts on the channel as well, so you want to know when they're uploaded too. So not only do we want to bring you new things, and we're going to feature some of those a little bit later, but we also wanted to go around London and bring you some of the old historic places that we hadn't featured before, and one of those on the top of our list for the beginning of 2023 was this place, St Paul's Cathedral, which is absolutely incredible as it's one of the most visited places in London. It's certainly in the top 20. So we went here, we went into St Paul's Cathedral, and we brought you some fantastic footage from in here, from both inside St Paul's, but we also took the time to climb up the steps to get the amazing views across London from both under and above the world famous dome. I was absolutely blown away by this place, which is absolutely incredible. And one of the wonderful things is when you buy a ticket, you can do it with gift aid, and it gives you a free entry after your first payment for the whole of the year after. So funny enough, I have been back a couple of times, and I even brought Jaden here, and he was blown away by it as well. And how about these amazing views from above the actual dome here at St Paul's Cathedral, which you get of central London, the city and the West End. But not only that, you get amazing views across the Thames, which we're about to show you as well. And you can see why when they built the Millennium Bridge here, which is the pedestrian bridge that goes across the Thames from the north to the south in front of the Tate Modern, why they built it right so you could see as you're walking across towards St Paul's Cathedral, the whole cathedral in front of you. Incredible. Another historical place we visited was the Cutty Sark in Greenwich, which is an absolutely amazing tea clipper which is moored here in the dry docks at Greenwich, and you can climb all over it. Now here for this part of the video we're just showing you the main sails and the main deck, but not only can you see that, you can climb underneath and you can walk through all of the different decks it had, but also you can go right underneath the ship and look underneath it as well. So it's been so well preserved that actually this is just one of these places that you need to come and have a look at. So not only did we bring you history and also some amazing palaces and different parks etc. during 2022, we also brought you up to date with brand new things that had opened, and this is one of them. This is Horizon 22 and is the newest viewing platform from one of the major skyscrapers here in the City of London. Now the amazing thing about this is you're about 10 metres higher than the viewing platform at the Shard, and this is completely free. Now if you go to the Shard you're going to pay about £30 per person to go up to the viewing platform. Here at Horizon 22 it's completely free. All you need to do is make sure you book your tickets in advance, so just be warning on that one, the demand is absolutely incredible, but it gives you amazing views across London similar to those that you can get from the Shard, but for completely free. So you get phenomenal views like this, and do you remember earlier I said there's a lot of greenery in London? Just look at all of those trees and parks and just look at the water there. That's the Lee Valley heading out towards the north. So here we're looking out to the north of London, which you can't normally see from the Shard because you've got other buildings in the way. We showed you Primrose Hill earlier, that's that green area at the top there, and also that's Hampstead Heath all around it. And then as you go round, you've got northwest London and you've got Heathrow Airport, which you can see off in the distance as well. And you can, quite funnily enough, when you're watching the planes coming in over the city, you can almost track them all the way into Heathrow. And then as you swing round, you see this arch and you're thinking, I recognise that, and you do, that's Wembley Stadium. So amazing views, completely free across London, and this you probably want to put onto your New Year's resolution list if you live in London or are coming to London, to see if you can get tickets to get to here, Horizon 22, which is bang in the City of London. Now one of the other things that we bought you this year as well as one of these things that's an event that was happening is this, and this is Chelsea in Bloom, all part of the Chelsea Flower Show that they do every year. And do you know what, we're going to get back here again this year. But what's absolutely incredible is not only do you have the Chelsea Flower Show with all of the amazing displays within that once you've paid to go in and see that exhibition, but all of the shops around Chelsea put on amazing floral displays during that time as well, which is completely free, so you can just walk up and down Chelsea High Street or the King's Road and come and see some of the amazing flowers that have been put on. And then you just find things like this. Now this is a Mary Poppins display which has just been put there for you to come and enjoy. So, great one, and this is in May. Now the theme for 2023 Chelsea in Bloom was movies and movie-inspired collections. So you've already seen Mary Poppins, which is just further up here. Here you've got Wind in the Willows, and this is at the Ivy on the King's Road. And when I say they went to town, wow, did they go to town. Just look at all of this. As you can see, with so many people having their photos taken or taking selfies outside the Ivy, this was an extremely popular display. And there you go. And this is just on display for 4 or 5 days whilst Chelsea is taking part. It's absolutely incredible. Can't wait to come back this year and see what their theme is. And there you go, just to prove it's all film related, there in the middle of the King's Road you have this magnificent golden BAFTA, yeah, all covered in sort of gold colouring and looking very fantastic. Yes, it's not gold leaf or anything else like that, can you imagine? That'd be gone in seconds. But you've got all of this around it as well, looking very, very beautiful. Now one thing that I love is during the summer lots and lots of different trails are put on for people, families, children, etc. to go round, and this year was no exception, and this year they did the Morph Trail. Now with this there was over 70 different painted and styled morphs, and as you can see we've shown you a couple already. There you go, that's the Eurostar on the back with the London skyline, and they had them all scattered over the city of London, which was absolutely incredible. Now you could download a map from a central site and go off and find them and photograph them, but also there was an app that went with it, so when you actually found them they had a secret code on the base of each morph. You put that in and therefore it knew and logged the fact that you'd actually found the morph already. Now these were here for a good couple of months, and to be quite honest, I don't think we've ever had so many comments about one of the more modern tasks or one of the modern events that was happening than we have with this. And it's one of those things which is really quite missed because it's a fantastic thing to do during the summer. There you go, that's the code there, that 5706 that you put in there. Now this was all done for charity as well. It was done for WizKids. So what they did was you paid for the app, you paid a couple of quid and you got access to the app, and then the app was yours, and then you could take photos, etc. And these morphs, as you can see here, are quite tall, but at the end they auctioned every single morph off. That's that, buy that morph with the QR code, and most of them went for about £3,000 each. So for WizKids, which is a fantastic charity helping children with disabilities and also not being able to get around, so with accessibility issues, what a brilliant way to raise money for them, but also what a fantastic thing to put in central London to get everyone out, families and everyone, logging them and finding all the morphs. And what I found was incredible, not only was it me, but there was loads and loads of adults as well, filling them in and dragging their children round. Yeah, and you found them in the most unlikely places. There you go, by the way, that was a William Shakespeare one outside the Globe Theatre on Bankside. And what a beautiful view he had of the City of London, St Paul's Cathedral and the Millennium Bridge all going over the Thames as well. And the designs were just done by lots of different people, but they were absolutely beautiful, and just goes to show you, we've only shown you 4 or 5 here, but actually we were featuring pictures of them every single week within our community post, which was incredible. So that was the Morph Trail. We wait and see what the Summer Trail is for 2024, but don't worry, we'll cover it. So during 2023, we had a new member of the family join us on the channel. Yes, it was our dog Dougal, and in one of our videos we took him into central London to show what you could do if you've got a dog in London. And by the way, this was his first time ever on a train, so he did very, very well sitting on my lap, even though he was shaking like a leaf. But he really did enjoy his day up in London. And it was quite incredible, some of the things that we found that we could do. So yeah, not only could you take him on public transport, of course we took him for a run over in Hyde Park, and he absolutely, as you can see, absolutely loved it. Lots and lots of new sniffs. But other things that you could do is you could take him into Fortnum and Mason and also into Harrods as well. And we did take him into Fortnum and Mason, although they did ask me to carry him, which was not a problem, thankfully, because he's quite a small dog. But also one of the other places that we went to was Liberty, and we'll show you that in just a couple of seconds. And he was able to walk around there, and actually we got some material for another scarf for him. So he had a fantastic day seeing the sights and sounds of London, which I normally do on my own, but it was lovely to have doggy company. But also it was just great to also see what restaurants and cafes also welcome dogs in central London, in case you were thinking of bringing your dog down here. Now here we go, this is Dougal at Covent Garden, all set up for the Coronation. So what were your favourite memories of 2023? Do drop them in the comments down below. And what do you want us to cover for 2024? Do let us know. And I really hope you've enjoyed our video when we reminisced and look back at the videos that we've done in 2023. Once again, thank you so much for your support during the year, and we look forward to you joining us for 2024 here on London Visited.